What's going on, everybody? We are here. We're are not our usual late. We're really late today, but hey, we had some technical difficulties. We're getting some last minute setup. But yeah, we're here, guys. Welcome to a Monday, random Monday. So if you're joining us today, it's not our usual stream time. We do Saturdays, from 2 to 4. But again, good old scheduling, conflicts. We had to miss this Saturday. But if you follow us on the Facebook page, The Hydeout, we definitely made an announcement. Better this time. We were better this time. We at least made the announcement.
At least a couple days.
Yeah. So, yes. Again, if you follow us here, we definitely could, we made that share. And stay tuned with us. Hopefully we get a little bit better. Again, if this was our full-time gig, I am pretty sure it would be a lot better at what we do. But, we have our other full-time jobs. And,
jobs right now.
And then life itself, But again, thank you guys for always understanding and staying tuned with us here. So, I want to say... action-packed episode today. I want to do a couple bit of news, I guess, on the Marvel side. I don't have any of the slides, unfortunately. Again, to start off Season 5, we're starting off on the wrong foot, but hey, we land on the right foot.
That's how we are.
I was like, we'll land on the right foot eventually, So, but yeah, I got a little bit of news to cover. I don't know if you have any on your side. And then just a smidge, not that much. We won't go into depths with them. Again, today is Fantastic Four review. We always try to be in the forefront of the reviews. We're a little late this time around, but again, it gave you guys, the fans, an opportunity to go see the show.
At least the weekend.
Yeah, so you won't be, spoiled with what we want to talk about today. And we don't have to worry about holding back. That's why I always,
that is true.
This is a good thing.
Early spoiler warning, just in case.
Yeah, I put it on there. Spoilers, ahead. You've been warned. We'll definitely. The last review was the Superman one.
Yeah.
So with being the Superman one, we went everywhere. So I think we're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
A little bit of mix with it. I tried to keep it on like the timeline of the movie, but just so much. There's so much to cover. So much like things that are like, you're right, and this happened, this time. So
it's always like kind of pulls you around.
Yeah,
and then when we do have the people interacting, sometimes they bring something up. We're like, oh yeah, that.
Yep. So again, guys, we'll be hopping around the spoilers and Fantastic Four review today. Super stoked. It was good. It was good. I'll leave it at that right now, and we'll go from there. But let's see here. First piece of news. Speaking of Fantastic Four, I wanted to start it off saying that it has now grossed 118 million domestically, making it one of the highest domestic openings for Marvel in several years. So it already hit 118. I think globally in total it's 180 million and 189 million, and I think the budget was 180 million. So they already beat production budget.
Yeah, but they still have marketing budget to catch up with.
My thing is, when did they become failures making millions? That, you know what I mean? Like, I'm reading those articles and it's like another box office bomb for Marvel, and it's just like, but I just 2 articles ago read that they made 100 and something million.
They make those millions, but you put like let's say like it's with any business, you put in like freaking $5, but you make $3 back. But now all you do is add the million to it.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you still wasted
like
$5.
Thunderbolts. Like, it passed its production budget, it passed its marketing budget, and it was still considered a bomb because it didn't make 750 million.
I think
Like,
they wanted to pass a certain point for
a threshold.
Threshold for it to be considered profitable.
I guess, yeah.
It's just like I think it's considered a flop when it can't pass its production or its marketing, because the marketing is tagged on afterwards. You almost have to add like an extra 100 mil minimum almost. So
because they do fly everywhere, they go to places, they talk about it, they're in interviews,
and all the commercials, all the freaking posters. They're paying for that.
Yeah. And Times Square ain't cheap. So they probably, I'm pretty sure they're, have it all over Times Square. So, yeah, guys. So that's something I'm pretty shocked about for sure, is that fact that they're considered bombs. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, yo, what? Like what cost? You know what I mean? Like we like either transparency, just say it from the get go. Hey, this movie needs to make 850 million. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
But I guess they have to wait till afterwards so they don't look like they're begging, like for y'all to like come watch the movie. You know what I mean? I guess you
They're
know.
like, please.
So yeah, we spent 850 million. Like y'all have to come see this movie.
But
you
then
know?
I'm like, you still get some money off of DVD sales and stuff like that too. Granted, it's not as much.
I was about to say, dude, like it goes back to that, like. I really want to like I still wanted to collect, you know, all the way through, you know what I mean? Like the you know, Marvel universe, but like just even like considering the thought of it is just like they're so expensive now, you know what I mean? It used to be 1996 period. Like now it's $29.96 because you're getting the digital copy and this copy and and you don't even get like a good like, you know, DVD inserter anymore, you know what I mean? Like just plastic and a DVD and then one little slip for your like your code, you know what I mean? So even that game has fallen off. Like I was shocked that Best Buy went away from physical copies.
Well, like, because everybody's all streaming now, so physical copies have slowly died. I'm still for physical copies,
dude.
Especially considering now, like we don't approach this topic because we're not game centric.
Got it
here, but especially with what Nintendo is doing with their Switch 2,
where they control everything or whatever.
Like if they find out that you modded it any way whatsoever, or even like downloaded a game that isn't bought through them, they immediately break it. You can't use it no more. Like it's just a freaking console. It's like you can't even play any games on. You are not able to play it. Like with PlayStation stuff too, like Xbox too, if you have a game, you bought it, but it's a digital copy, and they don't want to support that game anymore, you no longer have that game.
Yeah, they take it off.
And I'm just like, but I freaking bought this, I purchased this. What do you mean I don't have it no more?
Yeah.
Nah, they don't want to support it no more. That's out. So I'm like, if it's a physical copy, I can play this whenever the hell I want. And that's how, like, you know.
There's one, like, for instance, like, I think where they hold rights to it or something like that. There's an interesting topic about it. It's the one with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I've never personally seen it. Dogma or something like that. Like no one streams it. There's no streaming site that streams it.
Yeah.
If you have the hard copy, it's a wanted copy. You know what I mean? Like it's that popular of a movie.
Okay.
Like a cult classic apparently.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like things of that nature. I mean they hold the right. I mean I think it already happened if I'm not mistaken. It was. I think it was a music streaming service that everyone had like you know bought millions and millions of dollars worth of like music, and then the site shut down, and with the site shutting down,
nobody has it.
Then nobody had it no more. It was crazy. I think that thing went bankrupt or something.
Yeah,
and it just like shut down, and I was like, wait, what? Like, so these people spent thousands and thousands of dollars on their you know, their playlist, I guess you could say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's gone. Like it doesn't exist. Like, you know what I mean?
Like gearing back to what we do, it's like with Netflix or Disney Plus, like you have these shows that are on there and then they're like, oh, it's not getting enough views, drop it. And now you can never watch that because they have the rights to that show. No other stream site is allowed to play it. You can never watch that show, movie, or whatever again unless you have the physical copy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, damn, like I really did enjoy that.
And I don't think Netflix makes physical copy shows, right?
No.
They don't make digital DVDs.
No,
right?
Not that I know of.
Wow, I just thought about that. Like that made me ring that together. Like there's other like series, you know, Friends, The Office, all those, you know, but
they already have because they're already out on TV, on cable and stuff. But Netflix doesn't have that. So
originals, like Netflix originals, Hulu originals, all those don't come.
I think they have to be big enough to do that. Maybe.
Interesting. That's interesting to think about. But yeah, guys, it is definitely something to consider when you are going out and doing, I guess, or watching these movies. The big one was, again, just here recently in the Marvel topic, was Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson
Yes.
sued Netflix. No, sued who? Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Sued Disney Plus because her box office run was supposed to go for so long, etc. Then they put it to streaming almost immediately, right?
Yeah, I think
Or
it
did
was out
both.
like a month.
I think it did both or something like
Yeah,
that.
like I think it was out for like maybe a couple weeks, if that, and then it went to streaming as it was in theaters too. And she's like, "So y'all just gonna hurt my numbers because they have to pay her a portion of whatever the box office makes,
Yeah.
and if nobody's gonna go to the box office if they could stream it online for free." So yeah, I think she sued them, and I think
And she won.
Yeah, I think she won, and they like settled it out of court or whatever.
Yeah.
If I remember, it's been a while since I saw that topic,
but it was big. It was a big thing just for that fact again, guys. Like, I mean, how crucial it is our tickets are to their payment. You know what I mean, to their pocket. So. Again, we could complain, that they live a lavish lifestyle, but hey, I mean, they're working 16, 18-hour days for 3 to 4 months straight. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know the rules and, tortures of acting. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that one was interesting to see. But also on that same plot, premise, Fantastic Four actually dethroned Superman with 24.4 million Thursday domestic preview, making it the biggest office preview of 2025. But it's Superman that led it previously at 22.5. So $2 million more than Superman on its debut day, Thursday.
Okay. That's cool.
You know what I mean?
But
So,
I mean, I think it was everybody was hoping this would do as well as it did.
yeah. Because again, you made a good point. It is a new universe, and this is an established universe. I feel like the people wanting the established universe to make it
go back to being what it was.
Yeah, are more determined than the ones that have been let down for the past 2 decades. 10, 20 years already. You know what I mean? So. Well, so I think it's fair to say MCU fans are holding on tight for a dream come true. You know what I mean? But again, we're gonna get a big shakeup. Honestly, it's coming. It's coming. Once Secret Wars finishes, I'm hearing that as well. That's a rumor. Reportedly that we're going back to a singular universe, where it's one timeline.
Yeah.
So. That apparently is going to be a 7-year timeline, I believe. So more linear. I'm excited / nervous. Again, because at that point there is no. They can come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no.
Well, it's Marvel.
Okay. The Lazarus pit of Marvel, I guess.
Yeah.
What is it? Tahiti from? Is that where they went? Right? On Agents of Shield. That was their vacation. I went to. I was off in at Tahiti or something like that. So, but
there's always a way for characters to come back if they want to.
Okay. But they are recasting. That is the assumption / rumor that when the Secret Wars finish, we're getting a new Captain America, new Iron Man, new Black Panther. So we're revamping. We're a hard reboot in the MCU.
Yes.
If that's
right after Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So 2028.
Yeah. So nervous / excited. I mean, now we have more under the umbrella. I hope. Nope. I was gonna say
he has no hope.
No, there is no hope, because I was gonna say it's about 3 years away from now. But I was hoping that we would have more characters under the MCU studios, Marvel Studios. I'm hoping like Spider-Man, their character archive. You know what I mean, like that.
I mean, granted, they have a lot of their characters back. It just a lot of their Spider-Man people are still out. And I think that's about it because Sony, I think, only has Spider-Man right now.
left. Yeah. And then Universal. No, we won Universal. For Hulk, right?
Hulk is back now.
Hulk is So
you just have to do them right.
I was about to say World War Hulk maybe coming soon.
No. But on the topic of box office numbers for Fantastic Four, I found something hilarious.
Okay.
This Fantastic Four First Steps opening weekend has done better numbers than the 2015 Fantastic Four did in its entire box office run.
Shut up.
In the entirety, it did 167 million.
Oh my goodness.
And the opening weekend for First Steps, it's already 200 million plus. So it's wiped them out.
The entirety of their box run.
Yes.
That's wicked.
I find it hilarious.
Promotion, you think?
I think the 2015 Fantastic
wasn't
Four
asked for.
They messed up horribly with the route they went. I think they were trying to go like the ultimate route, like the ultimate verse.
Oh, okay.
And they did horrible CGI, especially with the Thing. I know a lot of people were upset with some casting.
It was out there again. It wasn't asked for. It was randomly thrown in there.
Yeah.
Sony was trying to. It was
Fantastic
trying to bring
Four
money.
Was Fox, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Fox.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just trying to compete because they saw Sony doing, well with Marvel, mixing it up.
Dude. I don't know. Fox just did bad.
That's a wild number right there for an entire box run short.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, let's see. One more piece of news. We'll make it to.
What is it?
So on this note, again, we're staying on the Marvel side here. I think I might just do that. Might ixnay all the DC news. Kevin Feige apparently already had previously had it planned to shift to Doctor Doom before the Jonathan Majors.
No, you didn't.
Even before what had happened to Jonathan Majors, we had started to realize.
He's like, these man's numbers aren't looking what I thought they were. Next, nah. You gave on your debut of Kang the Conqueror, you let him get run over by ants. On his first movie out. That's where what you have him doing? Nah. Yeah, that everything that came with that character, all the downhill spiral for like, oh man, we don't like this character because it's because of what you had him come out with.
Writing.
It was the writing, the horrible way that you made him go out. Oh,
he did good in Loki.
Dude, he was great in Loki. Honestly, like I love his acting range. He is very, very good. I wish they did him like better in the universe.
We'll get to that more here lately, talking about villains. And then, so to continue the quote, we had started to realize that Kang wasn't Thanos. We had started talking about Doctor Doom even before we had officially pivoted from Kang. In fact, I had started talking with Robert about the audacious idea before Ant-Man 3 even came out.
All right. Feige needs to be quiet now. I'm glad he's stepping out after Secret Wars.
So that is a piece of news, guys. I don't know if we covered it on the last episode, but we talked amongst ourselves.
No.
Kevin Feige is apparently stepping out after Secret Wars. Oh no, we did talk about it here. We said goodbye, Feige, right? Yeah. So yeah, guys. Interesting.
I mean, you can leave earlier if you want.
Oh yeah. Speaking of just the way to go out. check this out, guys. So we are in currently production of Avengers Doomsday, correct? They're filming, they're out there, they've got a secret base, for this, whole movie, right?
Wow.
You didn't freeze. I know. I was like, no, you didn't freeze. I did that dramatic pause. They're not done writing the ending to this movie, guys. Yeah. Like, say what?
One of the Russo brothers said that.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, we haven't figured out the ending yet. And I was like, okay, I'm okay-ish with that, because sometimes you're like, oh, the characters, like some people writing, they're like, the characters develop the story, and however they shift it will end it. But at the same time, you control what you want to be done. And for you not to have an ending to Doomsday, which leads into Secret Wars, but Secret Wars is already scripted. Is it not scripted yet? I'm pretty sure it's already still.
I hope so, or they just busted a blade on us and they're like, "Hey, you're getting Doomsday and Secret Wars, maybe."
Speaking of which, real quick, since you brought out a blade, supposedly they're putting it back in production in 2026. Yeah.
And this is the crowd that gave Fantastic Four 180 million domestic, globally, because we have hope, but they do things like this to us. You know what I mean? Like they do this, they do this. They give you these hopes and dreams, and they just shatter them. You know what I mean? Like, again, applaud to James Gunn and his universe with Peter Safran.
So far,
for the fact, again, nothing goes undone until it's approved.
Oh yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's what I'm getting at, is he checks and balances before he gives the say we are. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, this thing was huge, guys. If y'all didn't pay attention to that, SD, I think it was the San Diego Comic-Con, like that year, hats. Marshall Ali came out. They put it on the big screen. They made this huge intro and
big old announcement.
Yo, that was 6 years ago. We hadn't even got the script done. Say what? How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna confidently say something and then not? Hey, whoa, okay. I'm talking about myself now. You know what I mean? now we're talking about myself here. But they have a team of people. There's a difference. I was about to say, hold on, I'm going a little too hard for something that I do myself. But hey, I admitted it. You know what I mean? But again, they have millions, and they have a production team and writers.
They have teams for this.
We're a two-man squad here. You know what I mean? So, but yes, guys, it's crazy. It's mind-blowing. So, no ending to Doomsday right now. And then, spoilers for ahead. There is a post-credit scene for that particular movie that does not have an ending.
There's two post-credit scenes for that movie that doesn't have an ending. Thunderbolts had it, and so did this one.
I know. Oh, we'll get into that one. I was waiting for, yeah. So, yeah, guys. So this movie is, when they tell us, what they tell us, that they give them what they're going to do that day, that's insane.
Yeah. That really is.
I mean,
because I think they started doing that more.
Again, just to protect the secrecy. I guess they're trying to give us what we're asking for. Like, it's not the social media world is so at our fingertips that days of within minutes it was viral of the leak of the set of you know what I mean, like that is what they're trying to protect, I think. You know what I mean, but don't protect something. How you protect something that's not finished? That's what in the end, you don't even got a finished product. There's nothing to protect. You know what I mean? Let it go, and maybe the crowd can give you what they want to see, and then you just give it our last hurrah. These last three movies. It is Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Doomsday and Secret Wars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude.
Fan service us up, butter us up, Kevin, before you take off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I at least that, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know. I feel like Marvel's been on a slow decline, and now just kind of stumbling. And I feel like, okay, you guys have a chance to do better, but DC's been on the decline for so long. They're freaking neck deep in some mud, and Gunn is trying to pull them back out. And Marvel's like, hold on, let me go that way too now. And I'm just like it's kind of sad to see it do this, but at the same time, they were reigning in the box office for years. So just like, yeah, you know, give somebody else a chance now. You know, like we like to see our superheroes, we like to see our, you know, our action movies and whatnot, but it's just like, if you're not gonna do good, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. I agree. I mean, you're wasting millions again. You know, in our thought concept of the DC, you know, Batman, you know, Part 2. You know,
yeah,
you're trying to establish this universe. Like, use all your efforts to that. You know what I mean? We're about to spend $360 to $500 million on Batman 2 when that could be split up into 2-3 more movies of your new universe. You know what I mean? Like. But hey, again, you know, if Matt Reeves was promised something or he was paid for these 2, you know, movie deals, these 2 scripts, you know, they have to honor their contract, I guess. I don't know, you know, but crazy.
They could pay him out.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Was it like the coaches from basketball and football and all that, where they get fired and they're still paid their millions for like 3 to 5 more years? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Still to this, just blows my mind when I read those articles. Yeah. So, but guys, that is it. Like I said, I had a couple of DC news things. Nothing crazy. Clayface, you know, storyline. James Gunn's what is it? Peacemaker series is going to be included into multiverses, and then we are planning on getting Gorilla Grodd. So just
I appreciate James Gunn. I like him. He does well. Let me praise him right now, because people are still going to be upset no matter what. I'm just upset with how he's like, oh yeah, most of the stuff from before is canon.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about Deadshot or something like that?
He's like, oh yeah, Harley Quinn is canon, Peacemaker's canon, and only what they say from here on is canon from before. I'm like, do you know how confusing that is? Just for me, because I'm like, so you're saying pieces of this movie are canon, but not the whole movie. His son died, but technically it's like a blacklisted, like you don't know how he died. But at the same time, I'm like, but we watched the movie, we know how he died. Oh, but that could be different. But
they recollect
we know how he died. No, you don't.
Hey. They didn't say it yet.
I'm like, how are you gonna tell me what I know and don't know when I watch? I gave you money to watch this movie. I know what happened.
Oh,
y'all didn't freaking demoralize me. I remember what happened. You had a big ass starfish fighting these normal people. But we don't know how he died. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's canon until they physically say it. Oh, that Justice League cameo. No, that we're gonna wipe out. Okay, I understand that. You're starting.
I saw that too. Yeah. But the only one they're really wiping out of it is Aquaman or something like that. Like,
no, he's like the whole Justice League cameo was out now.
Oh, well, I read something that was like only specified to Aquaman because he interacted with him or something like that.
Yeah, like, no, well, because I mean they. See, that'll make it even worse. Like, how are you gonna retcon one thing but not everything?
Mm-hmm.
And just like you can't do that. Like, it just
let it happen, man. Let it happen. Well, praise before the praise, right? You know what you said.
I was like, I'll give you. He's doing good.
We got Lantern Corps coming in.
I'm excited for that. Clayface, I'm excited for. I'm like this. This universe coming in is good.
I'm curious which Aquaman he's gonna go with.
Just lean into the horrible Aquaman. The like old 1970s
green tights, like, orange shirt. You
know? I can talk to fish. Yeah,
the little bubbles, bubble tunnel. But alrighty, guys, that was a real quick snippet of the DC news there, but nothing too crazy. Super excited for that universe. Clayface coming out in the October time, and that DC's Suicide Squad, no, not Suicide Squad, Creatures Commandos this Christmas again, I believe, right? You did say,
I believe so, yeah.
It was in the Christmas time one whole year. And that's wild again for a TV show turnaround. You know, we're starting to see a faster turnaround than we usually have, and I think they heard the complaints, because the same with Daredevil. You know, it's going to be 1 year for every season. You know what I mean? So we will be getting Daredevil season 2 in March again. You know what I mean? So excited. I've been hearing what's his name? Deadshot? No, not Deadshot. Bullseye. Is he's stoked. Said that he did that. This piece of work this season is his best work he's ever done. So he said that he's going to be bringing a Bullseye that everyone's going to be excited to see. And, you know, so I was like, I'm pretty
comic accurate.
Yeah,
comic accurate.
I'm pretty. Again, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Kingpin's happy as well. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to finally say his name right. I'm telling you guys, we're terrible. We're terrible with the names. But all right, guys. First things first. Before we start this review, I don't know if y'all saw like the promotions to this thing, like, but it was announced as one of the prize, like, one of a kind things for Marvel to do, and it's its first of its kind, being the biggest popcorn bucket out there at the moment. So as you can see,
breaking records.
Yeah, we got a few here. You know, got a couple. Oh, I finally got this. I didn't get to show you.
Oh, you put it together now?
Yeah, I put it together. Nice. And the wings pop out. So I did not know the wings were like workable wings. But that is the Captain America bucket.
Sorry for everybody's ears.
But yeah. Let's see. That's cool. So yeah, we collect popcorn, but I collect popcorn buckets. It's I wish it snapped.
Yeah, the snap would have been better.
But yes, but
I feel like they're doing DC wrong by having Superman down there. You have all the Marvel up here. Get this out the way.
Mix it up
and put this in the middle. There you go. There you go. Don't do DC like that. They're starting out.
I'm sorry. So with that being done, I got the best reveal for this popcorn tin that I got. So, to your enjoyment.
Now it needs a close up.
So guys, yes, I finally got the Galactus popcorn tin. This is probably one of the popcorn tins I'm most proud of.
The most expensive.
Yeah, the most expensive, but the most proud popcorn tin. Like all these other ones, I was like excited. The Wolverine one, I would have traded the Deadpool mask for the Wolverine one. But hey, I got the Wolverine one because that was pushed out a little bit harder. But this guy, I was, literally up into the movie came out, I was like wondering if I'm gonna get it. I was like, do I want to go out and go this far? But it was one of its kind. Like I said, I at least had to be a part of history once in like Marvel verse, time. I wasn't out there for all the firsts and everything. So this bucket was, promoted as like the biggest bucket, made for the movies. So it is huge, guys. It literally, my whole arm, goes in there. He showed me that. He's like, my whole arm's in there. I was like, holy hell. But yeah, it lights up. Super cool. I am excited. Again, if AMC or Cinemark are watching us, I will love to get promotional items, to display. I'll do the, reveals. Yeah.
Box openings.
Box opening reveals and stuff like that. But yeah, guys. This thing is freaking massive. Like, look, it covers me up. Like, it literally covers me up. Like, that's insane. Like, so I don't have the real estate for this at the moment. I may have to clear my whole Marvel shelf and make my Marvel shelf somewhere down here or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, guys, it was awesome. It was awesome to get. So
dude, that one is awesome. How big it is and everything. Did you see the Herbie one?
I wanted the Herbie. Where was that at? Did you see one?
I saw somebody review, like opening it and everything. Dude, that thing is legit.
Is it like robot size?
It's it's a little smaller than that for like $70, I think, okay. $60-$70. But it has a candy holder in the front, the popcorn holder in the back, and it's also a drink, just actual cup.
Shut up. For real?
Yeah.
I was like, what? I saw that. Like, I just thought it was just
as much.
Huh?
It doesn't hold as much.
Okay.
But it holds several.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, this thing is 320 ounces. Like, this thing is massive. Like, just like pulling it back. Like, look at how big that is. Like, whole shelf, it won't fit. Like,
we'll put it next to a regular popcorn bucket.
There we go. Like, that is like, look at this thing. Massive, insane. It's super crazy. Yeah, I saw that Herbie one, dude. Like, I really I just thought it was just the robot. I didn't know it was a tin as well.
A popcorn bucket.
Wow, it was a vessel.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, this one does that. I was actually pretty shocked. I was like, why is this hole there? There's like a little hole on the top. It's for a drink too.
Oh, cool.
So this is the cup, and attaches to the popcorn.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Herbie's head.
Are the next big thing, guys. They are a thing right now, Dude. So
they're so big. They're at Comic-Con.
Dude, are they really? Oh yeah, they do the reveals and stuff.
No, AMC had its own little booth selling popcorn buckets and stuff.
Wow. See, yeah, gotta get a part of that game, guys. But yeah, there was. But I am strictly to Marvel, DC, and I think anime is gonna have one. Fingers crossed.
I think did we talk about this last time?
Yes.
The possible, because Japan did have a popcorn bucket, and what I found was really cool. I had the little sliding thing to change the panels.
Yes,
that was awesome. Don't know if it's going to become to America
because it is Japanese. It has all of it on Japanese, the logo and everything. So
we don't know.
It looks like a camera reel. That's what it looks like. It has a little strap that goes across your body, a body strap and everything. So again, if they do bring one, I will be getting my first anime popcorn bucket, for sure. But yeah, I'm strictly to that. But a lot of people, ask me. It is a thing now. Like, it used to. I think it started with Marvel. I really want to say.
I believe so.
I really want to say it started with like Marvels. Like, where would it have been? Because they were only doing like regular buckets. I think it was after COVID when it started making like display ones. It might have been Thor: Love and Thunder.
No, they
if
had
not,
some before that.
Did they really? Okay,
yeah.
So but nonetheless, they did. Have they started this trend, and now all the movies do it. Like, there's Smurfs popcorn buckets. There's the Jurassic Park popcorn buckets. There, what is it? Superman, the crypto little popcorn buckets, like crazy. So it has become like a thing now. So there was what is it? Alien's head from the Alien versus Predator, I believe, or something like that. Like, and so the Predator movie, or no, the Alien movie, Prometheus, right? And then Venom's head, Dune's, popcorn bucket. I mean, just the whole slew, guys. Like, I mean, this thing it's a thing. It's a thing. So, again, guys, you may or may not, but you can definitely check out Cinemark or AMC's shops. You can definitely get their popcorn bucket from there if they're not sold out online already. I do know that I'm pretty sure they're going to do, what is it? Like reorders. Like it's sold out and then they'll come back.
If you guys are signed up like with AMC and stuff, you could actually order the Galactus head, and I think they'll ship it to you by the end of December.
Nice. Yeah. So. See, that's why I was like, I got that popcorn, the Thor Love and Thunder. It took that long. Yeah. It was a summer movie. I didn't get it till like January or something like that.
When it popped up on my emails, I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, be delivered by like December 27th. I was like, dude, what? Like, why?
You're telling me I'm spending the $95 right now, and I'm getting it in December. Like, you're getting half a payment from me. Like,
payment plan $10.
Exactly,
$10 until I get it. $10.
Because even in the description, when they say they're gonna mail it to you, because of its sheer size, the shipping and handling, it even tells you. Because this bucket is so huge, all caps, the shipping and handling will be a little bit pricier as well. Just so you're warned. I was like, what?
Dude, yes. I saw that. I was like, damn. Like, they went, at least they let you be forewarned.
Yes, 100%. That way you're not looking at a $24 shipping and handling fee, and you're tripping. But it is huge, guys.
Because you're gonna be paying $100 minimum. For that.
At least for the shipping and handling. It was crazy. Again, glad to be a part of history, at least somewhat in my own mind. I guess you know what I mean. I'm just a speck on this little planet that spent money. So yeah. But guys, spoilers ahead. Just be mindful. Should I move this to my shirt? Yep. Yee! Spoiler. Dang. That's crazy.
Hold your candy up front, the popcorn in the back.
I would definitely have. Maybe if this one wasn't there, I would have got that. That wasn't at the Cinemark. It probably would have been AMC.
I think it is AMC.
Yeah, I was like, because they didn't have it there. But yeah, guys, spoilers ahead on the shirt. We will be talking all things Fantastic Four. Guys, if you've seen the movie, jump on in, talk about your favorite parts. If you haven't, again, step out, come back, and leave us a comment later. But super stoked. Right off the bat, I enjoyed it. It was
enjoyable.
It was really well done for me. I think there was just the very ending is what killed it for me. But again, it just goes back to how they do these big bads. You know what I mean? Like it irks me to my soul. Like I got your comic book mind that comes and like hypes these people up, and then they get done like they get done. You know what I mean? Like it's just like why do this to these people? You know what I mean? Like. Again, ran over by ants. You know what I mean? Ran over by ants.
That has no redeeming save at all.
So things of that nature. You know what I mean? It just boils my blood. But again, great family film, guys. I initially did like an 8 out of 10, but I'm gonna go and say even a 9 out of 10. I feel like the story was made right. It's gonna flow into this time mess that we're in. Graphics were done really well, sparingly on some parts. There was a few that I don't know about you. I enjoyed it. I was like, but
on key visuals, yes. On normal stuff, I was like, ugh.
You show where they put the money at, the efforts,
definitely.
the efforts.
Definitely. Let me see it. when you see him just dong in the damn movie, I was like, there's their like $50 million budget right there. Just him alone, just
in
him
the shadows,
opening in the shadows. I was like, yeah, this is where their animation money went. This is where all the CGI
They
went
said
to.
we're not making a cloud this time. I refuse.
If they did that though, I would be mad.
It was a semi cloud. It was a spinning fortress of metal teeth. Like,
But I mean, that
he
does have a ship
that eats the worlds. He doesn't eat the world.
It helps him break down the world.
Oh, okay, you see that? I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
I mean, if you wanted to go like different Galactus, yeah, he could like he's that was weird. We'll get to that later, I guess.
Okay. Oh goodness. Oh my god. But yeah, guys. Unfortunately, due to situations on my end, I was unable to watch the beginning of this movie.
How old were you?
We came in when she was already giving her announcement. So I don't know how late I was.
The announcement.
Silver Surfer was made her appearance.
Oh damn, you got late.
Oh shit, for real? That late?
Like that's like
10 minutes in?
Like 10, 15 minutes in about?
Yeah,
like
I feel like I missed the battle.
There really wasn't much fight in the beginning.
Okay, so what did I miss?
Shoot. They're just explaining the Fantastic Four, how they went to space. Like, I appreciate
it wasn't an origin story.
No,
okay.
Like they like kind of just fast forward through the origin. Yeah, they went to space. They came back changed. Now they're superheroes. Reed feels responsible for messing everything, like having them all change. They known as some of the top scientists. There's no NASA. I think it's ANSA, American National
Space Association.
Yeah. So they have that. There's no UN. It's the I forget what it was called, but it's like it looks like FF, like F and then a flipped up F. So, which is really cool because they dropped Doom in there technically early with the
little flag of Laverdia or whatever.
Yeah, because they have it in there. They have her setting up peace talks, basically demilitarizing like nations and stuff. So this universe is a lot safer.
I really like the retro futuristic thing.
It was pretty cool.
I've liked this as Loki, where it looks really old, but it's super advanced. Like, you know,
a lot of people have been pointing out. They're like, "Yo, even the set designs look like the TVA," which, if you want to go with it, can technically be because technically Reed could have made this. Reed has the Council of Reeds the same way Kang has the Council of Kangs. Reed could have made the TVA, and then Kang could have taken it over. Like, we don't know how it went. The TVA's been around for so long. Anybody could have, changed history.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you didn't really miss like
too much.
Too much.
I thought I missed a battle. They said it was some like frog-looking thing.
There was some fights, but it wasn't like an actual like big fight. It was just like kind of like clips of the fights. Like he fought the smart apes and whatever. They like that. I don't know if you saw that scene where Reed is like climbing up something, and then the ape like grabs him and throws him off, but Reed uses his stretchy powers to kick him.
No way.
Yeah, okay. And then Sue and Johnny are teaming up to help the. There was like the subways, the floating subways. I guess somebody destroyed them, and Sue holds it up, and Johnny like uses heat to like weld it back together because that makes it all better. Your tracks are messed up, dude. Come on, but
they put them after the weld.
It was okay. It started moving again, but the underground person, Mole Man was in there, and then Sue was in like peace talks with him and everything. They gave him the small area. Yeah. So it wasn't like too crazy.
Okay. Did they ever show the thing pulling the ship out of the ocean, or was that just a promotional thing?
I was slightly late myself.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't catch that ever.
I was slightly late myself. I saw like some of it. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, damn. Okay. It was very unfortunate that I was late, but I think I guess I came right in the interesting part.
Yeah, when you needed to. I do know you missed her basically telling them that they're pregnant, because that was like right in the
beginning. From dinner they're late, whatever.
Yeah. Like, because Reed was, I guess, had some pain in the shoulder, and he's like, hey, can you get me like this ointment cream, whatever? And she's like, yeah, I'll give it to you in like 12 seconds. He's like, that's a specific number. And she was counting down the pregnancy test, because I guess they've been trying for like 2 years. And she tells him, and he's slightly freaking out. And then they go to dinner late, and then like all that. So yeah, you weren't too crazy, but yeah,
I truly enjoyed. So then I'm not too bad. Okay, then but I was speaking of, because I was thinking of the moment when he like reveals everything. Like he like talks to her, and she's like, "You're pregnant, right, Ben?"
Yeah.
I love how they did him, honestly. Like, all the way to his movements, to his neck movements. You hear the rock crumble and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I enjoy the sound effects of it.
It was really well done on his effects. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed that, because that's what I was listening to. I was like, he's moving. You can hear the
even when he steps, like you might not hear the rocks like grinding, but you could hear the doom. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, you actually made it feel like he's heavy and made of rocks.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool.
So it wasn't just a suit rubber movement. You didn't hear nothing. Like, it was rock crumbling the entire time. So it was, pretty interesting to see. But yeah, so we come in again. Were you mad with the Silver Surfers effects though? Because again,
I was not.
Okay, because I feel like they did exactly what I was going for. I was hoping you said that. Is what they did for the Superman, where they release a version that makes us think that it's shitty, but it's just a version to put something out, a trailer.
Sometimes it's not the finished product.
The refined, it looked good.
It looked good.
Like, it showed her face. I can clearly see her eyelids from her eye. Like, it looked, she just looked metalloid. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed it. I was glad about that. You know what I mean? So. Again, I like the retro futuristic look. Again, having them look, older, but they're all sophisticated, and stuff. They were in Times Square during that time. It was showing all the screens and stuff. You know what I mean? So, the look you gave me, were you kind of banking on Human Torch's effect sometime? Because there was some moments with Human Torch's flames that really kind of got me.
There's some moments in this whole movie that I'm like,
where he was flying with her in Galactus's ship. That looked weird to me. Like the flames on the body while he was not flamed up ahead on his helmet. So that one was wonky for me. But more times than not, I really feel like they outdid themselves in the virtual effect. Honestly,
my biggest complaint with the effects is probably the baby. Whenever the Thing had it, whenever the Thing had Franklin,
when she gave birth,
no, like whenever the Thing had Franklin, like whenever he had him, the baby looked like it was CGI'd or it was against CGI. Like, it looked like you could see like it was weird, and apparently Vanessa Kirby was like, oh no, like that was a real baby.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
And it was like, oh, it was such a good actor and this and that. And I was like, I know you have to CGI some of the stuff at least for the baby, because the baby's not going to act the way you want it to do. Like, there ain't no way the baby's like, oh, you want me to like this? No, like, I understand. But like, it looked weird at some parts for that baby doing certain stuff and like held against specifically the Thing. I don't know what it was. I think it was too much CGI on one thing at once. But yeah, some of Johnny's flames. I feel like the Johnny Storm we had in like the early 2000s the
Chris Evans one?
Yeah. I felt like those flames were actually better than these flames, because then you just see him red when he's on fire, and I was like, yeah, but then the Chris Evans ones looked like Chris Evans. He wasn't like entirely red. He was just covered in flame.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but I guess in the comic he does look
red. I was say, I think he does look red.
Like he looks red. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like I don't know
how to feel about this. But yeah, like those are the only ones I think. And then you're 100% right. I mean, Galactus, that is their money. That was their money. Like that was 100%.
That was their budget.
But done right.
Yes.
But again, they didn't experiment with his capability to shrink and grow.
Yeah,
like that was what I heard. Is he has that capability?
Yeah. He has the power cosmic. Like he could do just about anything.
Does he? Because
he is the power cosmic. Like
wasn't he wanting to eat?
No. He wanted. He's saying that Franklin. Spoilers. The end of the movie. He asked the question. Not my fault. Franklin in this movie universe, because it's not in comic universe. In this movie universe, Franklin has the power cosmic. That's how he's like, he has the ability to succeed me. He will take my hunger. He will be the new me. But in comics, he's just a mutant with the power to bend reality itself. Like this fool creates whole different universes himself. So he doesn't have the power cosmic. The power cosmic is something entirely different compared to what Reed can do normally. But in here, they made it the power cosmic. Why, I don't know, but, you know.
Interesting. Okay. Because they haven't finished writing it yet. So.
You're right.
So, yeah.
You know what I don't like is that you haven't finished writing it, yet you're directing these end credit scenes. They did both end credit scenes for the Fantastic Four and for Thunderbolts.
You have like you have the nerve to step on my finished script when you haven't finished yours. Like,
I'm getting an A.
Yeah,
what are you getting?
You're making my project go from an A+ to an A, like, or a B+. You know what I mean? And it really felt like that. You know, that end credit scene was just like it was supposed to be. This was what it was supposed to be, and it just like kind of like stayed like this for me, like. And we'll get to that, you know, here in a couple of minutes. But that I told that to Bree too. I was just like, God dang it, man! Like, what a letdown. Because I read about it. Like again, I avoided all spoilers and everything, but I read that they, you know, the Russos directed the ending scenes. I was like, oh, bet. I was like, let's get some both of them were like walk up scenes and like a dramatic show, and that was it. Like it was like a walk away and walk to dramatic show cut. Like
you know what I do appreciate, like because James Gunn said he's not going to do end credit scenes that lead into other movies because he didn't like being forced into that. Like when they put Thor into the Guardians of the Galaxy, he's like, I don't know how to write that character. I don't want him part of the Guardians. But they forced him into it with the end credit scenes and all that. So he's just like, well, I have to do it. But I'm going to do whatever the hell I can. Like, he did whatever he could for it. But he was saying for DC, he's like, you'll have, like, if you get an end credit scene, it's not going to be an end credit scene leading to another movie. It might just be like some of the end credit scenes we got before of like random shit.
He's like points at the building. Yeah. Superman. And Mr. Terrific's like, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Tear it apart and put it back together again? Unbelievable. What do you say? I'm so
yeah. Darn it.
I can be so rude sometimes or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we'll get to that credit scene, but yeah, Shia LaBeouf was done right. I think so. Again, a lot of hate, a lot of freaking
like even some of the people I talked to are like, I'm tired of this woke stuff. And I was like, what? They're like, why are they going to make her a Silver Surfer a girl? I was like, because in the comics there is a female Super Surfer. Like what are you talking about? They're like, oh, was there really what? I was like, yeah. Like she gave up her her life to save her planet the way what's his name? Whatever the hell the original surfer. Yeah. But yeah, he gave up, his life and service to protect his planet and the people he cared about too. He became the Herald. She did the same thing. I was like, there's no difference in their story. The only difference is that it was male or female. And one of they have some slight differences with like who they cared about, because I think the male version did it to protect his wife.
Protect her, right?
Yeah. But then the female did it to protect her family because she had a daughter, and she was also a scientist, and she's like, well, I want to protect my planet too, and made the deal. So it was daughter and then planet, where he did wife and then planet. So it was like, it's similar story, just different gender.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm happy with that, because you didn't change the story, you just changed who the person was.
Yeah. And that's what I pull back a lot of my comments till I learn.
Yeah.
Because again, I saw I heard, when we talked about it on the show, her casting, for a female silver surfer. That's what they said, it female silver surfer. And it was just like, at first I was like, oh, why would they do that? Why would they stray from the source? And then I started reading deeper into it, and then it was just like, oh shit, there is a Shala Ball, like a whole complete woman silver surfer.
Like she's already fleshed out and everything.
Yeah. So they have a blueprint, like what we like to talk about. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, got it. And then I'm waiting for the shot, and then here we are. Again, commercial wise, shitty CGI, and then when we get to the movie, it was really good. It was good. All the way to the points where in leading what we're talking about, like when they go into space, and Johnny's there, you have the sun reflecting off one side of her, the flames of Johnny coming up. You see all that in the reflection of her face. Yeah. Like, yo, it was done right.
And then you see him being reflected in her. I was like, y'all did really good on it.
Yeah. So I just love that part, that he's like, Johnny likes space, Johnny likes women. He's like, space women. They actually did really well, I think, in terms of what you were worried about. Like, he was supposed to be a playboy, etc. They still showed him being a playboy in a sense, but smart in his own way. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the whole story of what he found with her, you know what I mean?
What he did, yeah.
And I think that's what they did really well on is showcasing each one of them.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Sue had her, she was like the diplomatic leader, and I was like, yeah, that's Sue. She definitely, like Vanessa Kirby, I was very nervous for. Like, out of the whole cast, Johnny and Sue were probably my most, like, I don't know how they're gonna do.
Over Pedro?
Pedro is good. I just don't care for him because he's in everything right now. He's
got it. Okay.
Like, I'm just like, I see him all the time. I don't care. But
that because of the Maxwell Lord is why he didn't want to shave for Mr. Fantastic, was one of his reasons. And
really?
Because he said, did you see me in that? He's like, I look terrible. Like, he's like, I don't know what possessed me to shave or whatever. Yeah. And they show the picture of him, and I was like, that does look pretty rough. I will never shave, to be honest. Like, I probably won't ever get to that day again. But yeah, I was like, I don't think I can see Mr. Fantastic without the mustache now. You know what I mean? Like, even in the shirt, they put the mustache on him. I was like, cool. I was like, it doesn't look like Pedro, but put a mustache on him. I don't know if there is a comic book version with a mustache, but
I think there is.
So, but yeah, I was. I'm surprised. Okay, so Vanessa and Johnny, were you worried?
They were my biggest worries for casting. Vanessa Kirby pulled it off. She did very well. I was not mad at her. I felt like some of her other movies that I have seen her in were kind of
might have been flat. The writing then.
Yeah, but I think it was also the character, the way they wanted her to be portrayed. But in here, like, I was like, no, you gave emotion, girl. You did it.
So now let me ask you for your personal opinion. I've read articles. How do you feel their bond was? Since you got to see that table scene, And as far as throughout the movie, do you feel like they felt like a family? Because
I felt like it felt forced.
that's what I read.
I felt like it was.
I
like
felt natural. I felt.
You have brothers and sisters. You had a decent sized family. They don't act like they do all the damn time. Like they're all like even when you get older. Like my sister just came to visit, and I'm cussing her out half the damn time. Like. Like I could love you, but we ain't always gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be so
buddy,
awesome.
like bro.
No. But then I had to stop and pull myself back because I did think about that for Johnny and Ben. The Thing, I was just like, I liked
because they're not technically brothers.
Yeah, they're not brothers. They just live together. They've known each other for a little while. But Johnny and him are always gonna have that like playful, like pranking brother play, and like when he was throwing the like little chips at him and everything, like and then he's like, oh, don't do that when he's like trying the salsa, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm used to seeing with them. But it was also like they were like a little too caring for each other, and I was like, yes and no. And then Johnny's not as like over sexual, like over frat boyish, I guess. And it was just, for me it was just like, I don't know. Johnny's character was.
This is good. A fake first family.
it was good, but then I was like,
turn the cameras off. I bet they're different.
Dude, I was like, it felt like it was off, and then I was like, it's the time period, because the Johnny that we would be used to would be closer to our period, but that Johnny is set in 1960s. Their whole dynamic is different.
Was that in the 60s?
Yeah.
Really?
Because their whole time period is 1960s.
Remember, I came late, so if it
this whole future thing was, I think it was 1965.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, like they're all set in the early 60s.
Got it. Okay.
So I was like, okay, like I have to give it some breathing room because I don't know what it was like to live back then. Mm-hmm. So they were probably acting a certain way because that's how it was then. Like Pedro was saying that they had a speech coach to kind of talk like that old timey type of feel. They said that the speech coach had to reel him back and be like, talk more like you, because he was going too deep into like the 1920 radio host and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't do that voice, but
because that reminds me of what you're getting at as far as I guess his dialect was when he came back from meeting Galactus and he's doing the press conference.
Yeah.
It does sound like they're talking back in that time.
Yeah. Because it's set in the 60s, so.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I may have read it and I don't remember that, but I just knew it was retro futuristic, so I thought they were based in the future. So.
No, I was set 1965-ish, I believe.
Did you like that? That shout out to the writer Kirby, because it was Universe 828, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that I did see is we have the 838, the 828, the 616, and
supposedly,
and whatever the Fantastic Four of 2015 is. I can't remember the universe that they labeled it or whatever.
I don't know.
But yeah, so So Vanessa Kirby, Johnny. So I really think they did a good family. But again, it was one of those like the cameras are rolling, let's play a front kind of family kind of thing. Feels I guess now you're saying. I enjoyed Ben and Johnny's form.
They were fun together, but I felt like it was like a little weird. I felt a little forced, but then at the same time, like I said, it was that time period. That time period was different for family dynamic too. So I was like, okay, like. I didn't grow up in that time, but somebody that did probably was like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely how we were,"
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like I can't say yes or no, but for me, it felt like a little off. But
yeah, Vanessa Kirby stepped into her role really, really good. She was the leading force.
Yeah,
and then
I feel like the women stole the show.
I was gonna say, I was like, they did really well. Pedro again, that's what I was gonna ask is Mr. Fantastic that like indecisive-ish all the way up until he knows the answer? Like, is he that skittish?
He is very much the
nerdy.
I need to I need 100% concrete proof before I determine anything. Like, he is very much that. Like, there's iterations where he's like, well, I already know the outcome for these 5 different things, so yeah, we're gonna go with this. But then at the same time, there's the iterations like how we saw where he's just like, I'm not sure about it. I'm still trying to figure out this math, so I'm not gonna give you an answer because I don't know. And I was like, that's definitely Reed. Because Reed, I think they say it in the, do they say it in the movie? I don't remember. But I feel like it might be. But it's just like, the more you know, you realize you don't know as much as you thought. Like, that's the biggest issue.
She points that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think I know what you're saying. Because
Yeah.
she's like, you want to be the right or something like that. She like gets in his head and tells him something like that nature. I can remember.
Yeah.
So okay, so he's a danger to himself. In other words, so.
But he is like the top mind of Marvel. Like, he is up there. Like, a lot of inventions come through him. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was again. I feel like the family dynamic made it pretty well for me. I think, So now leading into this like crazy scene, I guess you could say, was because of the movies we've seen now. How fast they moved to get ready to go to space. Like, it was literally within a month, right? Is that a month?
I think so, yeah.
Like, we got a month's time, and they like got ready for space. Like, it was less than a month. It was like a day, 16 hours or something like that. Like 36 hours.
It was it was like a week or something.
Yeah, it was even less. Yeah, it was less than that. So then they go into space, and
showing you how powerful his mind is. He created faster than light travel in the 60s. So
with a prototype. Dude, it was a prototype. It wasn't even like the legit thing,
I was just like, okay, like, damn, like, you know how many people kill for that?
So I thought that was pretty cool, that little transport thing. Yeah. Again, really good CGI when it came to all that, outer space stuff, the travel, the Excelsior. That was pretty cool. I think that ship was pretty badass. Yeah, the Excelsior.
I love that nod. Like, I was like, okay, at least you guys, you gave Kirby his nod, and then you gave Lee his nod, because without Lee, you wouldn't have the 4. So I was like, I appreciated that.
So we get that. What's going on, Stephanie?
Hello.
How you doing? We're talking Fantastic Four. So if you haven't seen it, definitely have to step off. Spoiler filled is what we're going for right now.
I mean, unless you don't mind spoilers.
Unless you don't mind spoilers. But thank you for tuning in. Right now we're talking about the ship and them going into space at the moment. Again, if you haven't watched it, be careful. So, oh, she hasn't. I'm guessing you haven't seen it then. Yeah, so
definitely worth a watch. It was good enough to watch.
Family friendly film. I gave it a 9 out of 10. So if you want no spoilers, I'm gonna give it
like a 7.5 out of 10.
No spoilers. He's hard. So he's hard to give good ratings for. But yeah,
you're lucky to get past the 8 with me. Okay.
But yeah, definitely tune in. Go check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, it's definitely worth the watch. Marvel did its thing. Not the thing, but a thing. They did a thing. But yeah, tune in after and let us know, join for our comments afterwards. So, but yeah, man, so we get, I'll give you a few seconds to hop off.
Bye. See you
Bye. Bye. But, so we get that part, right? We get there. Like you said, that budget was there 100%. As soon as we get and then, again, you can see it lead up to it, because again, the part I was talking about was when he was flying next to her and was like, "Yo, what did you say to me?"
Yeah.
And speaking of, did they show anything of those discs getting to Earth, or he just knew of them? There were records that he had already. Those gold discs.
They were records, because Were you not there for that scene? Oh, you might not have been there for that scene. Okay, yeah, you weren't there for that scene. Okay, but Reed is actually getting deep space transmissions, and it's her language speaking. So he's like, this is like the 23rd record that we have of this. So he was having her be put it on a record and record it. So then after they were talking, he had the disc to look over.
So that's why I was wondering. I wonder how they.
I was trying to think. I was like,
man, we did miss a bit. I might have to go rewatch it. But yeah, he had those records, so I was wondering how he came across them. But yeah, he goes over there, and you could, again, leading up to Galactus is revealed. You get that, like, where he's flying, and I was just like, oh, that looks rough. Like, it was too much lava and red and yellow going on. Like you said, like when the thing was holding the baby, just too much CGI that it was just like wonky. You know what I mean? To me, like, so I was just felt like a bad Photoshop the whole time. Like, you know, I was just like, damn. I was like, that looks rough to me. Like, you know,
you see that line right there? That's
line. So when we were getting that, you know. But again, she was done good. You know, you're still seeing all the reflection of the lava going off her skin and everything, which is pretty cool. And then I love the part where he's like, it's afterwards, but he's like, surfboard are not a part of the body. Yes. Like, got it.
He's like, I have a question. He's like, what did you say to me? And his second question, is your surfboard part of your body?
And she gets pissed. She's like, takes off. But, yo. But you got to be real, though. Galactus came hard.
I love how he's like, I was puny like you once. Yeah. I was like, yes, you were, sir. Yes, you were.
Like, bro, the voice, the power. Like, you just.
I love how he didn't even stand up all the way. Like, he just kind of like got
just
up.
Sat up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
when
he was leaning forward and he just kind of like, like.
He was like slumped over asleep. And then when he's like, oh, okay. And then when he wanted to be intimidating, he's like, "Oh, you there?"
Like, dude, done right. Like, the details on this, guys, like, I mean, was 100%. Again, like he said, budget oriented. Like, they had twisting gadgets, they had hissing hoses, they had lava spewing. Like, they had just the whole screen was Galactus. You know what I mean? Like, you had, you know, little inklings of like people. Little freaking people.
Yeah, these, and then there was Galactus.
And it looked just like that. That was perfect. But, you know, crazy. Massive just takeover of the screen, but done right. Again.
There you go.
Dude, that was dope. I wish if they would have made that the sound effect on that bucket, bro.
Dude, that would have been so cool. Dude, but I love that you could see some of the surfer's humanity still. Like, she's like, you shouldn't have came here. Like, what the hell are you doing here?
Because they did that with the original surfer, right? He still had humanity because he was saving Invisible Woman, right? You know, and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like, it comes into play later. It does definitely come into play later. We'll get there.
It's so good, though. Like, okay, their big budget drops were Galactus and then the chase scene that was coming up right after this. Like, that was their budget. That was their animation studio going hard.
We're bringing them in halfway in the film. Screw the rest. Like, obviously,
everything else practical effects. Guys.
Yes, practical effects. We're using real things, but they that chasing. So we then get the offer. The offer was that, you know, he wanted, and the cool thing was he sensed that baby, like the little beams. It looked like Alien. You know, where he was scanning, scanning bodies and everything. Like, that shit was dope, dude.
Like again,
Predator. I get them mixed up. Predator.
He doesn't have the power cosmic in the comic books, Franklin, but in here, so for some reason, he does. I guess so. The movie can happen, but yeah, he's like, I'll save Earth, pardon Earth. But you have to give me your child. Like,
he said, you came here asking for mercy or something. I was gonna beg for mercy. I was like, oh,
yes,
bro.
He's like, no, I came here to negotiate.
Yeah. came here for a bargain. Oh, that would have been funny. To bargain. Dude, still Mephisto as well, you know, with that hard ass line. He's like, Dormammu? Dormammu? Won't even wipe my ass with that guy. Like, guys, that was a literal line in the MCU TV show. So this is just showing you at least Marvel's listening in a way, I guess. But yes, we get Galactus. He is, you know, hard ass, wants the baby Franklin. And the crazy part is, again, he knows it's there, and then she goes into, I guess, from sheer shock is what made her go into,
he was like, he almost forced it. He's like, I want that child. Like,
you think so?
Like, he was like, give it to me. Because
right at that moment is when she needed, she was having the baby. Yep. Maybe, because, and this is what I was, nope. Yep, I'll talk about it in a way, I guess. This was one of my things. It's like, he has powers, telekinesis and stuff, right? That's what I'll leave off, and then we'll get to the battle.
I mean, the power cosmic could do just about anything.
But that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So my complaint is for later, and so
I got a lot.
So we get that first reveal. So our boy got physical limbs. He's a person. He's not a cloud. He's not some entity that we can't see, you know what I mean? So we get our first correction of the Galactus prior. Yeah. So we had two things going at it. We had a female Silver Surfer, and then we were worried about the Galactus. But with the reveals that we were getting, we already knew we were going to get some physical form of a Galactus, you know? Yeah. So
if the popcorn bucket didn't get away.
That wasn't enough. But we then get the chase scene that he's talking about. So they decided to take off. Did they do something to him? Yeah, they started fighting him right there, right? Like,
I think Johnny,
because he was reaching for
her, and then Johnny flew up and burned the little wires that he had connected to him because he was like connected to the ship. Mm-hmm. And so he burned some of that, and then in response, Silver Surfer fought back. And he pushed her into the lava somehow, or I think Ben pushed hit her into it, and that was a cool scene too. I kind of wish I understand you couldn't, but I kind of wish when she came back up out the lava, that scene was sick. I love how she
the lava run off.
Almost ran off.
Oh, that would have been nice. Like I would have liked that.
Yeah, instead of just coming out completely clean, I would have loved to see it actually
oozing off. It would have been so good. That would have been epic. Just to showcase aura, the new word nowadays, aura, you know, like just fucking coming out of the lava, you know, unfazed. Ooh, that'd have been sick. That was a good fight scene. So they were moving around. They showed a lot of flying through, dodging, you know, the whole nine. The time warp. Yes. And then for her to be at that speed, they were genuinely shocked. You know, we're safe. We're safe. She comes right into that bubble. And I was like, and then into the ship too, dude. That was what got me. Homegirl came right into the ship as well.
I loved Kirby's when she was having the contraction. She was like, shoot her, and he's like, do you want her to take your nephew? Kill her. And he's like, well, the moment I find somebody interesting, y'all want me to shoot her.
He's all mad. Yeah.
But then I love too. I see when it goes scientific, I like it because it was just the time warp that they're creating, that wormhole is altering the path of the weapon he's shooting. Understandable. Johnny had to figure out, calculate, readjust how to shoot her. Worked out fine. But Silver Surfer's not somebody that could just easily be thwarted. I love too that she almost got Sue. Silver Surfer came up and you would see her phasing through her, her stomach just then. And then what happens? They came out of it. They jumped out of the, because they're like, yo, she's catching up to us. And then Reed was like, oh, where there's a neuron star right here. We're going to jump out there and we're going to use the gravitational pull to trap her in there for a month. Mm. And when they do it, they're he's like, Sue, you have to turn the ship invisible. And they were able to they sacrificed the rig they had for the ship for the fast and light travel. So I was like, I love your dedication to this.
And see, that's where one of my complaint was. So we find out in Interstellar that the closer you are to this black hole, that thousands of years pass in Earth. So for us to like get that close to that black hole, she gets sucked in. She's only there for a month. A lot of time should have passed on Earth.
Well, it wasn't a black hole. He said it's basically like a black hole. It was a neutron star. It was a dying star. It wasn't. Granted, yes, it was look like they made it an effect of like a black hole.
It looked like the interstellar black hole.
Like it was like sucking things in. But I was like, you guys didn't give it the black hole status. It was near a black hole, but it wasn't. It was not. But then here comes my
specifics. That's what I was about to say. The movie said he is good with specifics. I'm not even going to argue. But as you were saying,
the movie said it. But then my complaint comes in a little bit. But yeah, they fly out. They tricked her. She's stuck there or whatever. And then he's like,
and this is really well done, guys. Again,
the
what we're
CGI
describing,
was so
it was really. That's what he said. Is like this budget was on him. And this scene right here, like it was the graphic of the neutron star that you're talking about, the spinning air, everything like going around the ship, the breaking apart of the ship. It looked like looked really good. Looked good. Dude. As you were saying, sorry.
No, you're good. No, yeah, the whole scene, like the outer space scenes, were really good. Galactus and the outer space scenes, I think, were definitely their
done
budget,
probably, yeah.
But my complaint comes when he's like, Sue, you need gravity to push to pop the baby out. And I was like, makes sense. I'm going to hold you down by your shoulders. Stretch you. He's stretching his feet.
Yeah, I saw this.
And then like is holding it down. I was like, that's not gravity. You're just holding her in place. That's not gravity, dude. That doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
That's not gonna work. You're still floating. There's like, granted, you're gonna push out, but at the same time, you're still floating. That pushing effect is not gonna be the same way. And you need gravity. You said you needed gravity. You're not giving her gravity.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I was like, that was like when that happened, I was like, out of the movie, completely messed up my vibe. And then I did like the scene where she's like, it's like the baby's coming, and then you just see her pants.
She kicks off her pants.
I was like, yes, understandable, but you had nothing else on underneath that. There was like, you got a whole spacesuit.
You're right. You don't got jeans. You don't have like the under the what is it? Tidy whities. You didn't have like
none of that. Like you need like, granted, you're on top of that. You're pregnant going in outer space. The G forces alone probably would have made you pop out the baby when you were going out in outer space.
Yeah.
Like
the other part is our PG-13 safe counterparts that came out a non-bloody baby. You know what I mean?
Yes, that is true. That's another thing I was thinking about too, because I was like, so you pushed out the baby. Good job. Still didn't have gravity. You can't push out the baby. Still don't have gravity. Where's all the blood that's supposed to be floating?
All the mucus.
You still have stuff that's supposed to be coming out. Why did you have forceps to cut the damn umbilical cord on the ship
already? and ready. Like,
and second, it wasn't just regular forceps. They were thing size to cut because he cut them. Your fingers aren't the same size as mine, dude. Like his fingers are like.
Maybe he was the one that was going to do the delivery in the first place. Maybe I don't know.
I don't. Maybe but I don't know. But then
that's what got me was the clean baby and everything. I was like, God damn it, PG-13. I was like, not even like a ooze, not even like a drip of like mucus. Like, don't give me blood, then just give me mucus or something. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, that's one. Clean baby. The vacuum of space sucked up all the bad and gave us the cleanest baby I've ever seen. You know what I mean?
The other thing too is I'm like, since we were on the topic of family too, you have Johnny floating over immediately after too.
Yeah, naked.
She's still
Dead.
pantsless.
Yeah, pantsless.
Just popped out a baby.
They're right there at the bottom.
Yeah, at the bottom. Like, coming up to, like, I'm coming up. You're in view. And she's still, okay, again, Reed has her pushed down by the shoulders, not like the waist or nothing. So her lower half is probably still floating ass out. Baby just popped out.
That was the...
That I think that scene was probably like the CGI and everything was amazing for the space stuff, but that scene probably was the one that like broke. Like I was like,
broke your mind. Like
no, none of this works right now. She's not embarrassed. Johnny doesn't care.
They're not bringing anything up. They're not saying, "Oh no, God, no!"
Yeah.
Like, yeah. There we go. It was too perfect of a family. Like, you know, it was all. We're just open. We're open with everybody. You see my vagina. I've seen your dick. Like, you know,
he was like, "Oh yeah, no, like you got every. It's all the same parts, no matter who it is." Yeah, but do you really want to go see?
Oh, dude, now your comment just now makes more sense. Like it was too perfect. Everything was like, too wholesome. You know, like. But yeah, that scene was the hardest of it all, guys. Like we get this birth that was unrealistic on all terms. Like his was more scientific, mine was more like physical. Again, like mine was more like face first. Like his is like gravity, you know, thing size forceps. Like, but again, I don't think about that.
The moment I saw him like that, I was like, "Wait!" The moment he brought those things out, I was like, "Were those made just for this?"
They knew it was gonna happen.
I was like, she didn't know it was gonna happen this fast. Like all of a sudden, it happened with Galactus.
Goodness. So,
and then
this is what makes the show great.
They're back to Earth now after a month of being in space. So was it a round trip altogether? Like 2 months over there, 2 months back, or 2 weeks over there, 2 weeks back. So the baby's like 2 weeks old now. Y'all just let poop float in outer space. The baby
didn't have no clothes.
No clothes. She's wrapped. The baby's wrapped in like some. I was like, okay, you could feed them technically, but like you had nothing prepared for the baby.
There was no emergency bags. Yeah, guys. Man, I didn't think there was that big of a blooper in the script there, but till we started talking about it, that is probably the hardest PG-13 scene I've ever seen. They were dedicated to PG-13 on that scene right there. Like they didn't.
Like, no.
Yeah.
We have to get the money.
Back to the writing board. How dare you write that right now? Like
this is for the children.
But yeah, dude, that's what got me. Like I was more worried about the baby not having any ooze.
Yeah.
I was worried, like that was the parts that were getting me, man. But yeah, the gravity part, I didn't really think of it. I just was like, oh, that's smart. You use his legs to hold her down. But didn't think of gravity in sense of gravity. Yeah. But then the next part was just I was there for a C-section. Like the way they brought, there should have been. Again, mucus. Like, if you can't show blood, I'm assuming you can show boogers or something. So just give us mucus sacs floating or something. Like, I was like, okay, this is the most clean delivery I have ever seen in my life. This was what I was thinking. Again, physical appearances, like bases, like that's what I was just like, what the heck? But yeah, guys, rough. Didn't even think about them coming up to her. But yeah, it makes sense. They could have said, I don't want to see all that. Something to make it look like
close his eyes and be like, okay,
where am I at? Am I holding him? Like, grab the thing or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Is this the baby? He's a little hard, like, But
that would have made the scene a little bit funny too. Yeah, But I'm just like, that scene was probably the hardest. Like, hold on, stop. You're not in the theaters no more.
Yeah. We're definitely acting at this point.
Yes.
This is no longer. This is no longer real life. You know.
I was like, I understand, but at the same time, I was like, no, guys, no. I appreciate you trying.
You tried PG-13. You tried. But so we get come back. Didn't even think about that. Poop is just floating around in space now. Baby Franklin's poop. And so then immediately into a newscast. Like they didn't get to like be briefed or anything.
No.
Like, you know, that was another weird moment for me. Like they're like, hey, welcome back. We got the media. Like, right. They knew they were coming back that day. You know what I mean? Like at that moment, I guess.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess for that one, I'll give them a pass because I'm like, if they had a radio, I'd be like, hey, we're, you know, whatever.
Houston, we're on.
Yeah. That I'll be like, okay, you may have had a pass.
Okay. But so we get that. That's when they find out that they were not gonna. They didn't fight Galactus. They didn't win, and that they weren't gonna give up their child.
Yeah.
Spoilers. So yeah, you know that was the big reveal right there, where the world like turned against them in a way. Not even for long, but nonetheless, you know, again, the power of friendship and love and belief. But we get that moment, and that's when you start seeing the strain, I guess, between Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Because again, he thinks of every possibility, and if one possibility is to give up the son.
Because I love that they gave him the trolley problem. Like, the one or the many. Like, you weigh it out. Like, the only reason you chose your son is because it's your son. If it was one other person, would you have done it? So, it's just like, yeah, like, I love that he had that. And, of course, he thought of it. And I understand Sue's reasoning for being like, how dare you think of it? But this guy's mind goes like 1,000 miles a second. Like, he's constantly trying to figure a way out. So for him not to have that possibility, like, you know, it just like, it's unbelievable for you to assume that he's not going to think of that outcome.
And it always reminds me, because that's how I was introduced with Doctor Strange, is that, you know, he's like, of infinite possibilities, you know, this is the one that has to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like I always think of Doctor Strange as like, you know, the way he thinks, you know, save the world, or you know, and you know, when he was doing America Chavez and, you know, what is it, Multiverse of Madness, you know what I mean? Like, this is the one way that we can, you know, do this. And he's willing to do it, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, the part that also was like, you know, crazy is, again, you know, they know this, and she knows this, but he was still doing all those tests. Does she know that he was doing all these tests? Like
on the baby?
Yeah, on the baby. She knew already. Like, that's why I was wondering. Like, he was doing all these like in secrecy and stuff, or you know. But
she knew. It just, she chose to be like, that's the way he has to work it. But then he didn't want to do it blatantly in front of her either. So it was kind of like, you know, I'm doing something, but you don't want to see it, and I'm not gonna be like do it like out in the open and have this argument go on. Yeah.
And then the lever problem, when he was like talking about like, you know, that, you know, thing. So I was excited to see that he started working on it and everything. I was ready for like something to like give an effect that the baby was strong, but like that he didn't know.
Do the damn thing until the very end. And even then I didn't see any special like effects or something.
Yeah. I got you. We'll get there. Don't get me hyped. Again, I got complaints about that last one and everything. So, but then, again, I'm just tripping at how fast everything worked in this movie. Like, so then they go into the argument of he figures it out.
Yeah.
Instead of transporting, you know, the world, we'll transport Galactus.
Well, no, it was transporting the world. They were going to transport.
Oh yeah, that was first. Yeah, that's right.
Originally, but then Silver Surfer came in, and I love that they did how fast she was, because this lady escaped the damn Neuron Star. First off, that was a feat itself. You're traveling freaking the void of space.
Oh, let's say into a time warp. So she's fast enough to like
time warp. But then when she got to Earth and they were building the
he makes these like towers.
He calls them bridges or whatever. Yeah. And they're like to power to teleport all of Earth to a different galaxy within a 2% margin
of another star.
Zone.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's smart. My only complaint with that, and I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not. I don't have no astrophysics stuff or whatever. My complaint is you're within a 2% of a habitable zone with a star that could provide. Cool. How do you know you're not going to teleport right on top of another planet? Or like the moment you get there, this planet's still moving. You're not going to bump into it? Like, I guess, because he has like maps of all of the different galaxies out there. So I'm like, I guess. But I was like, dude, that's a tough one. You're working on a time crunch.
But that's what I'm getting at. So then they build these bridges in a month's time. Like,
in a month, you have the whole world
of building these things,
dude.
In the 60s.
In the 60s, but they're futuristic like tech and stuff. So okay, but at the same time, do you see how fast some of these skyscrapers go up? Like they're up in like a month or something. You're building skyscraper level stuff
all around the world.
All around the world, all at the same time, have to be done exactly. So you have people working nonstop 24 hours. Like, yes and no, I believe it, but at the same time, I don't. Because you in this world, you had everybody peace talks and everybody
that's what I'm saying.
Kumbaya and everything. Okay. Not one person makes one mistake. Not one country doesn't have the resources. Like you're gonna have to fly some resources to somewhere. Sometimes
she did go on this. That's when I saw the Liberia sign.
Yeah,
was in that part when they were like she went to go speak and was like, "Hey, we need everybody's resources to make this happen or whatever."
Yeah,
that's when I saw it. I was hoping you saw it too. I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "That's his flag. That's his nation's flag," and it's the only flag you see. No other country is legible except for that flag when it's scrolling up to her. So I was like, that's dope. A little, like you said, a little drop before the drop.
Yeah, well, I had it earlier in the beginning.
Oh, so I didn't see the first time.
Yeah, it was in the very beginning. He had an empty seat there.
Oh, it was an empty seat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Same thing with like yeah, dude, like it was an empty seat and I was like, okay, so that means one of two things. Either Doom
he's the diplomat himself or
like either Doom isn't wanting to talk into peace talks, or there's no Doom on this Earth right now.
According to the director, he is from 828.
Who, the Doom?
The Doom we're gonna get, or the Doom that has shown. Spoiler.
So he didn't want to talk peace talks then.
Yeah, because he already has a peaceful land, doesn't he?
Well, in his land, yes, but this was for all the nations to be like. Yeah, basically.
Me or no one. So yes, guys, the time. Yeah, guys, just that simple. It is a very fast-paced movie. Like I think we moved through several years pretty fast. Like several months in the movie, but at the very end we get the 4 years. But nonetheless. 4 years they get their powers. We get them 4 years into their powers. Then we get the 3 months and the month in space and the month that they built the towers. And like, dude, this movie was like going down a very fast timeline. Like again, so you're like someone like him probably was losing his shit. Like, where are we and what time are we at right now? Like, you probably were losing. Like, okay, that dude's still the same age. Like, the reporter didn't get any older. Like what?
I know it was it was 4 years. So then I was like, okay, you're playing with a few month timeline. So I was like, it's anywhere between 65 and 66. So I'm like, okay, you guys got a margin. I'm like, nobody's gonna age that badly within a year.
Yeah.
So
It's the afterwards. Okay.
Yeah. But my thing too is like, so they had to build all this stuff in a month. And then while they're building it, Reed is like, oh, we're not going to have enough power to power everything. Everybody has to shut off their lights. Worldwide blackout after 8 p.m.
Yes.
After 8 p.m. every night. And I was just like,
everyone?
Everywhere? Like, how,
you know how dark the world would be, bro?
Like, what power grid do you have that you could do this with? That, like, is it really gonna, like, how does this work now? Like, and now I'm like confused. Like, y'all, I know y'all are retro futuristic, you know, oh my gosh, your technology is awesome. But how are you powering everything off of the world's grids when you have, like, and I don't even know how many damn bridges they had, but they had quite a few. But it was just like, I don't see how you're gonna to do this, you know? So you want me to shut off all my AC? You want me to shut off all, like, my freezers can't be cold. Nobody go in my freezer right now. After 8 p.m. dinner, no more cold.
Ice buckets.
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
just like,
I mean, that's where it got me. I was like, the science is there. Like, they're explaining the science. It's the matter of getting the science to work was where I was just like, oh, what? Like, even in a perfect world, like, again, that's what they were trying to, like, I guess, portray, you know, peace world where everyone works in unison and stuff. Like, even then, man, like you said, like, all done at the same time. All of it got done right. Like, there wasn't one mistake somewhere. Like,
everybody shut off their light. Like,
everyone.
I like how they showed that scene where you like zoomed out onto the earth and you see like every light shutting off. And I was like, yeah, but like for real.
So there was no police. There was no like national like security system that needed to stay on. Like,
like none of that stuff. I was like, okay.
We're going to prehistoric times where
like, granted, it would be amazing to see all the stars because that's the only way you're going to see the actual stars in the solar system like this. It would have been amazing to actually see. Like, I would wish our world would actually be able to do that for like one night. Just give me one night of that. Like every year, just give me one night of everybody shutting off everything, and you could see the actual damn space.
That'd be
insane. So freaking amazing. And
that would be wicked, bro.
But will it happen?
Never. I'm
just like, nah.
But yeah, so we get these bridges built, and yeah, that was the birth and that. Those were the two ones that just really was like, oh, like, can this happen? Like, are we? But again, I came in late, so I didn't know that that was connected to a world or whatever. What year that was or what. But also, we get this, again, what we were talking about earlier, power play on like all the characters. So we finally get a little smart side of Johnny throughout this movie or in this part. And, he's cracking this language, you know what I mean? Like, he's code surfing all this, based off of 5 words, you know what I mean? Like, die with yours, and was able to transcribe the language of 25 discs, showing that and he learned the language. Like, he started talking to her, you know what I mean? Like,
he like actually had, but I was like, okay, you learned it off of a couple words, but then he also had all the discs, which were other people talking, because it wasn't just like her saying it, was other people in her language. So then he broke it down, and I was like, okay, I guess. But I'm looking something up now because now I'm interested.
What's it called? But we get right before that is what he said was getting at is they shut everything off. They were about to commence. They commenced. So they literally the world is being enveloped already, like literally like transport the world, and then Shala, Ball comes and starts, like he said, demonstrating her speed. And was like just going through. I don't think that was the answer you wanted. Going through these bridges, and again, just like
destroying them. She was going
blasting through
quick too. Like, she was just boom, boom. And you see on like dominoes on the screen, just pop, 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 pop. Like, damn,
it was dope. That again, I think they really did budget on her effects and Galactus' effects,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So, but done right again,
Yeah, they're
it
done
looked
really
good.
good.
It was good. It was worth. It was worth it, I guess, because those were the most controversial characters that you were
Yeah,
bringing
that
to
you
the
had.
screen. You know what I mean? So,
Real quick,
what'd you research?
because I had a question since we were talking about Johnny learning the language and all that stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm going to Rosetta Stone this crap. I was like, yeah, at the time I didn't think about it, but yeah. Rosetta Stone came out in 1992. This is set in 1965.
He created it.
Mm.
But the Rosetta. Oh well, maybe he wasn't referencing the
But
Rosetta.
the actual Rosetta Stone, yes, was found in 1799.
There you go. There you go.
But that was not a language learning thing.
It was. Well, it was. It. He did. Ooh, shit! Like I can't even like argue this point right now. So what I'm saying is he was referencing the stone because the stone had 7 languages that helped transcribe the Egyptian language. So you know,
I was like, okay, I see what you're doing there, but at the same time, I'm just like,
but the Rosetta Stone is so he's using those 4 words that she gave him and was like gonna transcribe her whole language. You know what I mean?
I was like, okay, okay.
but
but when people like hear it, they think of the Rosetta Stone, but not.
They don't know that it was a real Rosetta Stone.
And I was just like, oh.
But yeah, it was that's what gave me again. But with the real quip, you know, he's over there, you know, showcasing his skills, talking to her and stuff. Again, showing her humanitarian side. You know, again, you are bringing them to my world now. Like this is the thing that you avoided for your world. You're doing it to mine. Like you know, I got to protect mine. Which was a really good, heartfelt moment. Like again, showing Johnny's like softer side, you know, and then again talking to her in her language, and then again Disney had to just come in with it real quick. It was like he barely knows the basic language of the English language. You know what I mean?
How do you learn this?
How do you learn this? You know, so it was pretty cool to have that little quip, but I thought it was pretty crazy. Again, how fast everything moves. So he transcribed 25 discs within a month. He became fluent in
a language within a month. I guess if you're dedicating all your time to it, but I don't know.
So these are the moments in this film that you question.
Yeah.
That that's when the critics go hard on the script. That's what you read the 6 out of 10 stars. It's okay because of moments like that. I really need to learn
how to block all that.
So then but yeah, so then we get to the part that I was upset about. So she stops the transporting of the world. He breaks it down to her like, yo, this is what you're doing, da 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 da. She loses her mind. She takes off. Homie says, I gotta get it done myself, basically, and then comes to Earth. So when he comes to Earth, I like how he lands. So they gave apparently movie theorists theorized that this was a homage, paid homage to Snyderverse's intro to Darkseid when he fell from the ship and he landed into the battlefield and he picks up the soil and so that's what Galactus did is he fell into the ocean, got on the soil, and the first thing he did was smell it.
I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Theorize, theorize.
I was like, you're the world eater, but at the same time, I was like, you use your ship to devour worlds. So where is okay? I guess whatever. But that's the thing. Okay, well, since we're going here, I got after talking about it, I was like, yeah, you're the smartest guy in the world. Your Silver Surfer destroyed all but one bridge. They're going to use this bridge to send Galactus to the farthest part of the universe. That requires Galactus to come onto Earth. Why would he do that? You have Silver Surfer. You have the Surfer to do your bidding. You could send this. There's nothing any of them could do. The Fantastic Four are strong. Even together, they're like some of the best heroes. They have nothing on the Surfer. The Surfer is like freaking phasing through solid matter, going through Sue's force fields. Even if she were to turn invisible, like she could do like she could probably see her or do like a blast to like blast the area and get the baby. Like you could have had Surfer go get the baby. You had no reason to come down. But Reed was banking on he's going to come get it himself, and we're going to teleport him through the bridge.
Because he trapped her, so I think he thought she was still trapped in the Neuron Star.
No, at that point, she had destroyed all the other bridges.
And the ship was barely passing Mars, right?
Yeah.
I remember that part.
So she is here. She physically just had a conversation with Johnny, went up into space again
to go pout,
and then Galactus is like, "Oh, well, I'll do it myself. Oh, I'm big and bad. I have the power cosmic." Yes, you do, sir. But why are you coming down?
Yeah.
You're the manager. You got an employee. Send the employee.
So now this is where it's getting into my complaint of it all. That right there. You have this monstrosity that they built up, dude. You built it up for me. Like, the Galactus this. And then now the comic lines that everybody was theorizing that was going to come into the play of the movie, what kind of strengths he has. I was waiting for the shrinking and the growing and the the whole nine, right? And so you get this, and we get him just being able to destroy buildings. Like,
he just over there walking, moving buildings.
Yeah, like I was like,
stops the car.
Please, God, no. I was like, as soon as that was starting to happen, and I think when they were like they were starting to pick the battle, and like I was just like, oh God, this is gonna be one of those. Please, God, no. And then it got to where they threw the tanker and caught him on fire, and he was walking, not being phased. You know what I mean? But again, not showcasing any of his abilities, just being able to take the blunt force of whatever they were giving him. You know,
at one point they throw a car and he just stops it with this telekinesis, and I was just like, okay. But like, I honestly thought too, like when he's going to get the baby, I was like, so are you going to turn small to pick up the baby? And they're like, nah, we're going to keep him big, and he'll just have the baby in his hand. If he drops it, it's okay. He has telekinesis. Just going to have a small baby in this giant's hand while people are fighting.
Not even small. Like small, like an ant. Like
these are the Fantastic Four. You have a baby, little bottle cap. Okay,
holding it like
these things.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I'm hosting.
Bree tried to put it on my head. She's like, "Should it fit?" But no, yeah, like that's what I was getting at. Like, this thing is the size of a baby ant. Like, it wasn't even a human or not even a big fire ant. Like, it is a baby ant in his hand.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
then people are fighting him, and you're just gonna be like, "Nah, I'm gonna walk past everything." I'm just like,
it got me, bro. It got me. Again, to the telekinesis. Like, it went back to Kang. Kang had telekinesis. Like, why aren't they showcasing these guys? Give me a good battle, like one that they're hurt, like they have to regroup in off to the side, like try to powwow an idea or something. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like one fail. Like, oh, I failed. Let me try this idea, and then it goes Mr. Fantastic. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like so mad. I was like, this guy is the power, cosmic power, like abilities beyond our human comprehension. And
you're over here pulling Reed Richards like silly string.
Oh, that was a huge. huge controversy. They were like, everyone was posting the comic strip of him wrapped around Galactus. Everyone, like, there was apparently a comic panel back in the day where he had to stop Galactus like from reaching somewhere, and his entire body is wrapped around Galactus, and his hands and everything are holding that arm, and it was just like the comments just railed it, bro. They were just like, you're gonna tear a man that is supposed to be, infinitely can stretch himself. Like, he is in, like, another comment, he is in pain from being stretched, which is his power. Like, so, like, everyone was just ripping that part of shreds. But that was what got me too. I was like, well, maybe he does have a certain limit. And then it wasn't until those panels started showing that, he has the capability of wrapping around buildings and, like, all this stuff.
I think he does have like an upper limit he can stretch, but that's after so much. And then I'm just like, okay, so you're like, then in my mind I was like, well, he was being stretched against his will. But then I was like, you're being stretched, just stretch with it.
Yeah, just let it go. So just let yourself loose. Loosey goosey, just let it happen. Like, and then one dude was like, oh guys, I know the answer. He was pinching his arms, his hands and his feet too hard. That's
why he was in pain.
That's why he was in pain. He wasn't hurting because he was being stretched. He pinched his hand and his feet too hard.
And then the clothes were ripping. But I was like, these clothes are made out of your molecular DNA, so it stretch as much as you can. That's why Sue's suit is able to go invisible with her. What do you mean? You're like, I was like, so are the clothes representing your limbs right now being torn?
Maybe, like, metaphorically speaking. Like, but yeah, that's what got me too. So, but his stretch abilities were pretty cool. They were done right. I think, I feel like he was pretty, well versed in his abilities to use his stretching mannerisms, and stuff. So I like how he opened that portal with that stick. Not portal, the tube where the lava came out of his suit, and like he was able to twist it, like right before he grabs him and stuff. But I thought that was cool. Again, well done. Graphics were there. Again, the CGI didn't look bad in those instances because, again, they really put in the effort to him. I really loved his purple eyes. When his suit was not in, in active. I was like, yo, those are dope. Those are wicked. Like, so it gave me a Dormammu vibes. So, yes. So then we get this, a rising battle, and that's what got us. In the end, it got me. Was like, just give me a beatdown. Like, do not let them win so easily. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was waiting on. Yes, they failed individually. Yes, Mr. Fantastic was getting stretched out. The Thing didn't have anything that they could do. Human Torch got, pushed out.
I like how he got because I think the Thing like tried to hit him with something and he just like threw him off.
Threw him off of what he was holding.
He's just like,
that was one of my favorite parts too. He's like, say it, Ben. Say it. It's clobber time. Like, because he was hyped. Like, when he was going down, he's like, you have to say it. Like, that was probably one of a good moment right there. Like,
Man,
so
what time is it?
He's like, no, Johnny.
I don't say that. That's the cartoon.
Say it, man. That was good.
I do love when he hits him though. Like, it does show the force because you saw Galactus just kind of like, he was like, damn. And then you see, I love it too because thinking about it right now.
Now you're thinking about it.
Galactus. This dude's powered by batteries. He gets hit hard enough. His batteries in the movie go bing bing. Oh, my eyes. Oh, my power. He got hit so hard he used to freaking blinks out. I was like, I was like, why? Why? I was like,
so you're telling me a human Earth rock can affect your galactic powered helmet? Like,
okay, you got a concussion. Maybe. I don't know how Galactus works, but so you're are those just for like I'm looking cool?
Yeah.
Damn! Oh, blink, 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 blink.
What is it? When Joker misses up the Batman's helmet, like when he's the little Sonic thing that he's got going on.
Yeah, dude. I'm just like, when I like thinking about it now, I was just like, why was his eyes doing that? They're not like powered by electricity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's hilarious. But you know, and that's what I was at. Like, I mean, we get these little moments, but like again, you don't get to see the full force of Galactus.
No.
Like, I was ready for homie to like almighty push New York City. You know what I mean? Like fucking blast
in my head.
Blast them through the Statue of Liberty. You know, the whole Stratton Bridge gone. You know,
that
just
been cool.
Like things of that nature. You know what I mean?
And
like,
he does look at the Statue of Liberty for a second. He just kind of,
yeah, you're a monument.
Yeah.
Look at me, like, you know, like. But that's where I'm at. Like, you know, that I was just ready for that. Like, I was ready for, again, a beatdown, a recollect, and let's go after. Like,
you know what I would
like,
have loved, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like how you're saying, like a beatdown, I would have loved for him to shrink down to go and get the baby, and then Ben or somebody comes and like hits him, and they're all kind of jumping him, and when the next time Ben comes in for a big hit, he just kind of
like grows big enough to like,
just like boom, and then grows big and like squashes him. Like that would have been dope. Like dude.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, but again,
budget restraints.
I was about to say, like, just imagine how much it costs to just show him at those sizes, and all that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they made fun of it in She-Hulk. You know, like she's like, transform off the screen because, you know, we don't got the money for that. Like, you know, so like, you know, then she's back to herself, you know, whatever. Like, so, you know, things of that nature, we don't think like, okay, a simple transformation is that much money. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I can only imagine. But, you know, again, that's what I wanted. Like a good battle where, I mean, they got their ass beat as a team. They reunite. They find out, okay, he's got telekinesis. He's got this. He's got that. He's got this. What can we do to counter attack this guy? You know what I mean? Like legit battle. Even had him won. Like had Franklin going up to his ship, and they had to like stop him. You know,
you had the ship to be able to home beacon them. I was like, you could have just been like, all right,
I got him. Like beam him up. Like
while he's going up, let me handle this small prize down here. Like, no, I'm gonna walk back to my ship. I got my prize.
Where I dropped a few hundred yards the other direction, like, you know what I mean?
I'm just like, man, and then too is just like the moment he goes to get the baby, because they did that like switcheroo, and the moment he goes to get the baby, he's like, stops just short. He's like, that ain't the baby. Did you check? Like you saw him there, and all of a sudden you're like, hold on, and he goes scans everywhere else. I was like, what gave you the inclination that that was not him? Like you saw him there. And then the moment you pull up on that spot, you're like, that's too easy.
I think that's why they showed the big ass triangle with the red lines and everything. Like that was like the dead giveaway. Like this does not look right.
True. You know? Why would they have their baby in this?
A big arrow drawn in the ground, showing me right where it might be at. Like that. That's how I saw it, because they showed the downward triangle and they saw everything. And I was just like, that is a pretty good giveaway that this is a trap. Like,
that is true.
That's how I saw it.
Wait a minute.
Big red and black triangle. I should not put my hand in there.
But he didn't once destroy the bridge. Like he didn't know what the bridge was for. But when he turned around to go to the Baxter building, he could have just been like,
like kicked it or something. Like one leg could destroy the bridge.
He could have just moved and his arm swings around like done.
Yeah,
your plan's out now.
Yep. Like, so that was right there my complaint, because again, you like why most are scared for Mephisto to come. Why most are scared. Why we were scared with Thanos. I mean, because these guys deserve some screen time, man. Some like legitimate, like what they're made for. Not I used the wrong one for Thanos. What's his name? From Thor: Love and Thunder.
Gore.
Gore. You know what I mean? Like
Gore would have been amazing.
What I'm saying, what I read when I was reading, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker gonna come in the screen and just wipe some gods, bro. Like he's about to go on a murder spree. Like I'm so hyped for this. And we get what we get, you know what I mean? Like,
dude,
so, like,
honestly, it would have been amazing if Gore would have go to the council, like where the gods
are,
right, and start just a killing spree over there. I was like, that would have been so much better than what we got.
Showing the gods in their like pride and how they thought they were all powerful, and then he just coming just hiding from him. Yeah, bro.
Like, and then him just coming up and be like, nah, dead. Yeah, that would have been amazing. But then nope,
God butcher, and we get. I don't know what we got. Child safe chopping toy. Those ones that can chop the fruit but don't chop the baby. Have you seen what I'm talking about? Dangerous looking, but will not hurt you. Like it will not look. It will not. But yes, that's why I was like, God damn it, man. Like I was just so ready for just a powerhouse, like show me their strength. Like stop hyping these evil bads and then just giving them the shit into the stick. Like stop using the money on the CGI. Give us the battles. Like you know what I mean? Like that's where I was like, God, and I knew it, bro. I knew it right when they started like fighting them separately. Like each one of them failing first. Like I was just like, yep, this is what we're about to get. Like they fell individually. Like each one of them failing first, like I was just like, "Yep, this is what we're about to get." Like,
and we're back. Sorry for that interruption, people.
Alrighty, guys. To those that were watching, I apologize. I have no idea what I think happened. Maybe our internet went out. But that might be a sign.
Right.
So, but yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to get to the very end. We lose this guy. So he ends up, as we were saying, he was battling the four. They all came together. Sue Storm showed her abilities and her strength to be able to push this being, I was waiting for the, little nod to Jessica Alba with a nosebleed, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, even that one had more blood than this movie. So even this
one had a birth.
Yeah, this had a birth. God damn it. But yeah, so straight up, we get that, and they end up winning. They push him in. I was tripping that again. Human toy. Johnny was about to go hard for his nephew. He was like, "Yo, I'm out."
Yeah.
Tell him I loved him. Johnny was, here to, save the day. Yeah. And then an old girl come in and push him out.
I love the fact that she had straight board to his face, just bam.
Surfboarded him into out of existence. And so went in and took out Galactus. Yeah. Now the question is, they're not dead. No body. Again, where did they go?
Well, they're trapped on the far edge of a universe.
That's where it was going?
Yeah, that's where they were going. Yeah. We don't know how far. If they're on the opposite side, they could be on the close side for all we know. He has no ship, but he does have the power cosmic to kind of, I guess he could push himself. But Silver Surfer can still, she can't freaking tow him, but she could still get around too. So, yeah.
So we get that, guys. So just a very lackluster ending for a entity that should have not lost like that. Yeah. Just that was where my 8 and 9 came in. Everything was great for me. CGI wise, story wise. Now looking into it's a little cheesy. Now that we describe what we describe. But yeah, that was my big fall. Again, Kang was my, it's on comparison to the King,
Honestly, though, I would have been more happy if Galactus won and the Fantastic Four had to sacrifice their Earth and leave for a different dimension, and that's when you saw
what we showed. Exactly.
That would have been better.
That exactly what it was what I was thinking was that factor right there. So now we're at the end. They save the Earth. They even evacuated. We missed that part. They evacuated the city, so no one was hurt. They went
they put
into
everybody into the
into
underground.
Mole Man's tunnel, and then we get that little nuance. Then they save the world, save the city. They come out. They're loved again. We now have Frank. Oh, the big part that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Sue dies, right? Spoiler.
Straining too much of her power.
We don't even get the baby to show that he has powers. Even at the time he had the powers. Like, we just wake up to her with, like, cosmic eyes, like what they showed in Star-Lord when he, like, re-woke up, and that was it. And she's like, oh, he's bigger than us.
Yeah.
Like, or he's not us or something like that.
Yeah, he's not us. He's bigger than us.
And so, that's what we're getting at as well. Like, there was no inkling. If you didn't know the comics, you wouldn't have not known this baby.
I'm like, if you wanted him to have the power cosmic, you could have gave him some type, like when he uses, like, his eyes are purple, give him like a little purple little hue from his hands, like into
touching
her,
something, yeah.
Or give him, like, for a real quick, like, zoom in on his eye and you see like a purple hint, and then it goes away, and then Sue comes back. That would have been something.
He didn't even move his hands. I don't think. He was just there, like,
hey, Mom,
Mom, crying.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like, I'm waiting for the spark. I'm waiting for the the jolt.
I was like intently looking at this baby's hands.
I know. I was waiting and waiting. I was like, please, goodness, like, show me something, and nothing. So we got left in the dust. So he revives Sue. The world is all come together. They survive. They didn't have to do anything, and then to the ending credit scenes. Then, right? So they tried to peg them as the Fantastic Five because they even made a little suit for Franklin. I like that little part too, where they were all struggling, geniuses struggling to put in a car seat. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta pull it. No, you gotta strap it tight. Then you pull it. So that was pretty funny. And then she's just patiently waiting. But so they take off, right? And then spoilers again for this ending credit scene. That again,
4 years later.
4 years later. We got a son.
It's like 1972.
Yeah, 69, 70 something, so they're reading a book. She goes away to go grab something from Herbie, or Herbie gives her the book, and she's like, no, not that book, this book.
Yeah, she's like looking for another book, yeah.
So again, reminiscence to the Thunderbolts ending, right? Then I guess she feels something.
She hears like a whoosh or something.
Yeah, and then was on edge. She starts showcasing her abilities in her hand, and then you got Franklin touching Dr. Doom's face because he's holding on to the mask.
Yeah, he's like holding the mask separately, and you don't see him there. He's like,
like sideways, side profile.
So you don't see the hood's blocking it. They don't even have it like this where you could see.
And according to the Russos, that was Robert Downey Jr.
I don't care what they say. Liars.
So yeah, guys. Again, we got left with opposite of what I was expecting. Exactly what Emmanuel just said. We get a ship coming from interstellar space to Thunderbolts, crossing dimensions, interdimensional object, crossing into their space force. And we get a success of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like
what was your purpose of leaving
your universe? So that was tough. That was the other notch in the belt that lowered it for me, because we get two post-credit scenes. We get the Doctor Doom reveal, and then we get a child intro to the
it was like a cartoon
intro,
the cartoon to the Fantastic Four cartoons.
Yeah. So we get that, and you walk out, and you're walking out of the theater, and that's when you're just like, damn, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, we get this big reveal of Doctor Doom, very lackluster. Again, reminiscences of the Thunderbolts, little spin of the thing, and that was about it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, guys, it was
the ending was a little disappointing.
The ending was very disappointing. That was my 8, 9 out of the 10.
I told you, it's like a 7.5, 7 for me. Like, it was good. Galactus was good. Freaking Silver Surfer was good, but the story felt a little bit off, a little bit rushed. And then the ending just kind of like...
But that's what they did say, though. An argument with that is he did want to make it a standalone film. You know what I mean? That really didn't connect, but it connected in a sense. So I don't know. What definitely didn't feel set up for a trilogy, guys. So who knows if we will be seeing these guys. We will be seeing these guys in Doomsday.
Yeah,
but
again,
even
said it in the end credits.
In the end credits, so we will be seeing them, but not in solo fashion. So they're talking about wanting to team up Johnny Storm with Spider-Man and, the whole nine. That's already a very far-fetched idea because Sony owns Spider-Man. So the only way we get to Spider-Man in any kind of iteration is animated in the TV shows. So when we get an animated TV show, then we can hope for a Spider-Man cameo. But that is the only way. And then in feature films, again, Sony owns the rights. So whatever happens with that, But yeah, guys, 9 out of 10 for me. You said what? 7?
I was like a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. Great family film. PG-13. Definitely don't have to worry about any blood or any of that. Great quips. I don't think you really have to watch any movies before it. It definitely was, again, a standalone film. It's its own thing. So if you're not familiar with the verse, but your kids are, you can definitely go and enjoy it and watch it with them. But yeah, guys, great film. And go take a look, judge it for yourself. Critics are gonna run it through the ringer. I'm 100% sure. Just based off of what our conversation was today. The space scene, the delivery scene, but yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Again, critics and box office numbers, two different things. The numbers are showing, positive, good things. Let's see if it's a box office bomb like they're already saying it is. It already beat Superman. It's already tracked better than the 2015 Fantastic Four. Yeah. So good things are, I guess, ahead for them. But yeah, guys, that is the Fantastic Four. Again, we are sorry for our missed opportunities that we are not be able to come on the show. But thank y'all for staying tuned and, jumping in, as far as, when we let y'all know when we're coming on. We're still on Lord of the Mysteries. Eyes of Wakanda is coming out August 1st. Okay. There's only 4 episodes.
Is there?
I think it's like the shortest of them all. Okay. 4 real quick episodes. I think they all come out at once, if I'm not mistaken. But Eyes of Wakanda is next. And then again, we're on Lord of the Mysteries because we wanted to jump on it due to, the hype that is going around for that.
And it is amazing.
So
I'm loving it.
But yeah, guys. That is it on my side of the table. What about you, sir? You got anything for him?
I think we're all good now.
We're good. Yeah. But alrighty, guys. If all goes good, I'm trying to think of my schedule. Let me look.
Should be back Saturday.
I was like, we should be back Saturday. Yes, we should be back Saturday.
We'll put up
and then miss the following week. But again, we'll get y'all all tuned in on that when we get the chance, guys. But again, thank you guys. Hopefully we didn't spoil it for anybody. Hopefully y'all jumped off like Stephanie did earlier, knowing that we were talking about it. But enjoyed the review. Have a good weekend, guys. Go watch it if you haven't. Thank you, guys. We'll see y'all soon.
See y'all later.